Okay, let's start. We were waiting for 5 minutes. It's enough. So today is 24th of June. It is 35th everyday Zoom call for DevEx subgovernance. We have nothing in agenda to discuss. There is no any points marked in agenda. So, but Mikhail wanted to discuss something. So let's discuss it, and then we will go to the question and answer section.
Hi there. What I wanted to discuss is, first of all, guys, I hope no one mind that we propose series of ZKP contests. They will continue the proposal. They will continue to propose more contests within the series of ZKP protocol contests within the subgovernance. You're okay with that? And well, it's just a question. If not, tell me. The second thing is, what do you think if we post the implementation of the voting protocol based on zero knowledge proof verification instruction?
What protocol?
Voting protocol.
Voting protocol. Yeah, we need it actually. Yeah.
I mean, okay, that's I've expected more resistance actually.
So that's all. Is it all?
Yeah.
And so you are preparing contest description for ZKP voting protocol.
Yeah.
Protocol or interface?
Protocol. We're talking about the protocol right now. The interface, we will probably, well, this is one more question, by the way. I mean, lots of protocols can be produced, but they all are useless without the graphics interface. Is that about like coming to whom?
But I mean, when you are talking about protocol, it's as I understand, it should be some structured message with some declared fields and like handshake, like something like this. And when you're talking interface, for me, it's like you have a system of contracts, and you are publishing some APIs, I mean, methods to call this interface from external and internal, by external and internal messages. So what are you describing exactly? Some fixed messages with structured data inside, it's like a protocol, or interface for a contract.
Oh, I'm talking about actor state switch. You mean something in the middle of what you're talking? Something in the middle of both you're talking. Oh, come on! All right, Zcache's protocol. All right, that's what I'm talking about. That's more or less just for the understanding. Yeah.
And you are going to invent it and define it by yourself.
Not invented. There are pretty good examples on which to implement. We're gonna base our results on top of them. Well, no need to invent the wheel. Okay.
So you want to take some good examples and
adjust it to FreeTON.
for FreeTON and make engineering contest or writing contracts for this?
Nah, I mean, it's the protocol itself is going to be adjusted because, well, the keys inside it are too big to be stored inside the FreeTON storage. I mean, it's like they take several megabytes, and that's too much to be stored inside FreeTON storage. So it's got to be adjusted. So that's why it's probably going to be required to be modified. That's why it is, but it will be a one-shot contest probably, just because of timings are short. It's kind of hard for me to describe why timings are short, because Pash is absent. He would be better he would be better in this. But well, yeah, that's gonna be more or less like engineering contest with some protocol adjustments.
Engineering. So like it will be. You want to propose contest for implementation, or would you like to make some design contest before?
The design contest, I would like to make it before. I would like to make one before, but we don't have time for it.
So actually, you want to propose two contests, one design contest, and then we will discuss some engineering contest for implementation, right?
Yep,
Did I get you that?
I would like to do like you say exactly, but I believe Pasha has his own reasons why it should be only a single contest. So I would really align to his opinion, because it's going to be him who's going to present this.
Okay. So let's discuss it with Pasha next meeting, and before the next meeting, we will have some script for you, so we will have something to discuss. Yeah, clear. Anybody else has a question for Mikhail? Nobody.
Okay.
Okay. So then, actually, we don't have other topics to discuss. Agenda is empty. So if anybody has any question, please. Questions, opinions.
Yeah, hello everyone. I just want to discuss. Several weeks ago, we discussed together a topic about subscriptions, smart contracts, and we have like proposal. I added all notes which was discussed, and I also added rewards. So I propose to discuss rewards section, and I can put this to the voting and dates. Yeah, we need to also clarify dates of this contest, and I can put it to the voting. No, I can't, because I don't have the key, so I can send PDF to someone who has the key to add this proposal.
Yeah, you could send PDF to me as soon as we will finish discussion your proposal. So what should we define right now? Reward?
Yeah, 1 second, I will send one more time this document. We should discuss, I guess, reward and dates when we can launch it, when start.
Mm-hmm. About dates, so yesterday we just started the previous contest that was in a queue. It was a auction system relaunch. So we relaunched this contest because last time we didn't get a very good result. So we decided to launch it. And as you could see, I added a section to promote. I added section to promote contest for developers. So we added some persons who will make announcements for contest, and I hope we will add this for every contest that we are launching. So I will add the same section for your contest, Renat, as well, to invite more people.
Yeah,
so,
thanks.
We have a link.
So how it will be happen? So after the finish of the contest, some part of the sum will goes to the some sub-governance multi-signature wallets, or how it will work?
We actually, I wanted to send some fixed or some percent of reward to sub-governance, but actually we have people from different sub-governance. So it was a question how to divide the reward between different sub-governance. So if we have this question, we decided to divide the reward between persons who are working for this, who is making announcement. And also we need to have some method to control, to motivate people to make good announcements, like invite more people. So for now, for the moment, the best way we made is I would think it will be maybe for nearest months or several weeks. So after we will have better ideas, we could change it every time, So actually, I will add this section to your contest, so you will read it. But in a short, we decided add fixed sum of 5% of total reward, divide equally between. Right now, we have 5 people who want to make announcement of the contest. So equally between these 5 people, we have their names and wallet in the contest description. And also, because we want to motivate them, we decided to put another 5 persons. It's like this way: when contest finish, we will ask. Before contest start, we should ask every participant to say from which person he came, who invited him. So he should choose between those 5 sources, those 5 persons, company sources. And if he knows that particularly these sources or announcer invited him, the 5 persons of his own, not his own, but the amount equal of 5% of his reward will be sent to this source. This source.
Yeah,
This unknown. So if participant can't tell who exactly, which like advertisement, which source it was, it will be spread equally between all of them. So like first step.
Yeah, thank you.
So minimum they will receive, every announcement will receive 5% of reward, and maximum if somebody, for example, will invite a lot of participants and all his participants will take all reward, he will get another 5%. So he will get much more. So snapshot.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, and so I open your proposal. Actually,
so yes, general in the first time I add like 50,000 as for first place, but then I have increased it because I like I believe that it's not so easy because in case we will avoid using mappings and using like meter present like distributed programming, right? So it will be much harder to write. So I put like really huge amount of tokens for the first place because and in requirements I added as was discussed yeah, this about distribution smart contracts requirements. So because you know it's the same schema can be used not only for like payments recruiting payments. It's like can be works in more general way, like subscription for any content in the storage and whatever. And you know it's possible to have like millions of subscribers, and if it's just impossible to store it in the mapping in the smart contract, single smart contract. So it's I believe it like simple contracts which will work with mapping will not allow it for this context because it's not useful for FreeTON.
yes. So okay, so I don't know. For me personally, it's like a bit strange the big difference between first and second place, because, for example, imagine if first place you'll get 10 points and second place you'll get 9 points, because, for example, one of the jury will decrease for something very subjective, for example, for 1 point, and it will be 1 point difference, and it will be half of the price.
Yeah, agree. So we can
Huge
like
gap. What do you think if we could make, for example, 100, 75, 50, 30? Yeah, 175, 50.
the only reason why I did that because it will like significantly increase the amount of tokens for this contest. So it's right now it's about 200,000, and I think it's more than enough for like smart contest with to writing smart contract. It's really complex, I guess, but not such complex like ST-TON, for example. So I think it's the same level of complexity because, but I'm not an expert of that. So I ask a person who like have vision about that. So maybe someone can advise.
Guys?
Sorry, I missed it. What contracts we compare to what?
We I just compare it right now. Recently launched contest in DeFi about ST-TON wrapper for it's have same like level of rewards. It's for like wrapping staking rights in the pool in tokens, in some TIPS3 token.
So sorry, again, do we compare DPool implementation against tip3 implementation against toner wrapper implementation in DeFi? Or
not DPool itself, not tip3 itself, but I mean wrapping.
oh, okay. So do we compare wrappers for one system against wrappers for another one in terms of contracts? Or
maybe it's like just was like bad comparison because it's not like same stuff to compare, I guess.
no, I'm just trying to get right what I
so
mean,
here,
and then I'll go in and do some research on this.
Yeah, okay. About this particular contest, it's like smart contract system for recruiting payments, which will have a contract for that, and wallet for recruiting payments, so, and some system to like search all subscribers and find to which services you subscribed in the bots, right? Something like that.
Okay, just from description, the complexity of the described smart contract system can vary in the order of magnitude, say 1 to 110 times, depending on the actual description. So I'll go and check whatever is required, right? And that's one, right? In DeFi. And another one, which we compare, what is it?
I don't know. I just compared like in DeFi, contest in DeFi. It's about wrapping, but we can like I just try to find some numbers, right? So I go to the forum, try to find some smart contracts, some already launched contests with the smart contracts, and like found this one. I also can send.
I suggest you look in DGO. DeFi contests are really very specific, for lack of a better word, when it comes to smart contract, right? DGO is more of a general orientation on smart contract nature. DeFi contracts are pretty much like a complement for off-chain services to satisfy financial needs. Other subgovernances, as far as I know, don't have any real interest in smart contract development, except for DGO, which has launched a few contests before. So that's what can be used as matter of comparison when it comes to smart contract contests. So that's just my sense.
Okay. But I will ask you to if you can read.
Yeah, please feel free to contact me anytime. Ping me if I don't respond, and I'll check.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, as I remember, in a contest that finished recently in HO about standalone SMV, it was a reward for the first place is 50,000.
Yeah,
Let me check.
yeah, it was really bad. Yeah, I agree with you, by the way.
It was very little.
No, the quality. You rejected it, and I gave 3.
Yeah,
Giving +3 for effort, and that's basically baseline was 0.
Yeah, we had only one participant. Actually, I don't like this. Actually, we don't have any choice. We can't reject. We can't vote. When we have one participant, actually, very few stands to vote at all. It's just yes/no question. Is it passed or no passed? There is no sense to mark to us. So maybe because we have a very little rewards, because of this, we had only one participant. It could be one of the reasons. And anyway, it was a contest based on a previous contest. So I admit that it was kind of very basic thing. I mean, basic, very important thing and very complex thing. But it was based on a previous work of this team. And 50,000 doesn't look like a big reward for this. So I think for the contest of recurring payments, but subscription, 100, I don't know, but for me it looks good enough.
You know, I wouldn't use this contest as an example at all, because honestly, I read the conditions like about 3 times, and I couldn't get an idea of what was the original motivation behind launching this contest. Okay, when you want a practical thing, as I state, you describe it. What exactly do you want to have as a practical system? What user story is behind it? What should it do? And the description was more like, okay, we want super system, standalone, debug, tip 3, whatever, we do want to do a million things and want it to be standalone. Okay, but the description kind of assumes that it would be largely impractical, and standalone has nothing to do with it. Okay, so my personal opinion is that in this particular contest, description was really suggesting the implementation to go very wrong way. And exactly this happened.
Yeah, actually, I was waiting for this contest to take this standalone SUV system and to implement it for the governance or like some separate module.
Honestly,
This is what
was so difficult
this is
about,
what
yeah, there's proposal, and you just take it out as a module, you slap an interface on top of it, some simple debot to, well, not very simple, complex debot to show all kinds of statistics and be really convenient to user, and that's it. No need to have 12 contracts with very similar structure, serving as a placeholders and like storage for cells, which later are queried for the addresses and then compared to something of chain and then yada yada yada. It's not how I see system for voting. It's not designed for user, and the description of the contest does not suggest in any way to be usable for users. Yeah, so it's kind of dead on arrival, in my opinion. And if you don't want our contest to be like this, we'd better describe very specifically how the system will be useful to the end user. So
okay, so we are waiting for your help. Did you check the recurring payments subscriptions smart contract system description? I mean this one. Okay, if you didn't, just we are waiting for your help to make it.
Yes, sorry. Yeah, I'll check it out.
Okay, great. So Renat, regarding reward, could you make changes?
Yeah. Of course.
And
Yeah,
also,
let's discuss it.
okay, thank you. And also, participants who receive 10th place receive points and do not will receive a consolation prize of 2,000. Also, I mean, it could happen, and we will get 5 very good or 6 very good works. For example, they will take 10, 9, 8, 7 score, like for example, 6 could take 7 or 6 scores of 6, and the 7th place could take I don't know, 1 point or 2, and it will be very huge difference between 6th and 7th place, and all of them will receive 2,000. Doesn't look fair for me. I mean, at minimum, I would prefer, even if you put, I mean, 100 tons difference or 1,000 ton difference, it will be more reasonable, more logical. Somebody who have more
Yeah, I got
score
your point. So the only
will
reason why
receive.
I added this is just to motivate like people to participate, because you know, a lot of people just don't want to participate because you know that some big company or big like strong developers will like get 1 to 3 places and they will cannot like battle with them. So it just like add some sense to the people to try to write the contract, to make a practice and so on.
Yeah, I like your idea. It's good. I like it. And but if we will make some difference, we additionally to motivate people to take part, also we will motivate them to fight and to struggle and to deserve higher place. If somebody will think that he will, for example, he will not get first place, but anyway he will be motivated to receive 6th place, not 10th. See?
Yeah, got it. Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, we'll add.
Okay. Anybody else? Does anybody else have any ideas?
I just want to like come back to original question. So about the dates, it's, as I understood, it's possible to run this contest anytime, right? It's just
yeah. Actually, it's the next contest in the queue that we have for our sub-governance. So we are interested to run it as soon as possible. From other side, we do not want, for example, if all teams that we have will take part in, for example, auction contest, they could not take part in this subscription contest. So we have to think some way. We have to some way share resources that we have and think about this, about participants and about jury members. Two main parts of the.
Yeah, got it. So we can expect to run it after the auction contest, right?
Maybe not after, maybe with some like slice, maybe with a 2 weeks difference.
Okay. So and one more question. So in some contest I saw like, and I originally I guess it was discussed there about like warm up period of contest. It's like maybe for such things. So we can like vote for that, for decide and that everything fine with this contest, like vote for it, but with warm up period on some time to like to distribute information about this contest, as we spoke today, and and also anyone who won't will able to participate.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, as I can see, you don't have this section in your description, and actually, I think it's not. It's my personal opinion. It's not like obligatory, but anyway, we have to have it since now, because now we have advertisement team who will make advertisements of the contest, and all participants should get known about contest before it starts. So anyway, I mean, right now we can't vote and start it immediately. We should wait at least 3 days for advertisement team to prepare a landing. We decided that they will have their own landings for contest, for every contest, or for all of them. It's up to them. And they will, because on the main FreeTON website we can't make monitor cookies and all stuff that we need to in a advertisement to monitor. So they will make some announcement, put link to their landing page. In the landing page, they will try to get some data in form of cookies or some other way, and then participants will go to our FreeTON main website to get known with the content description and participate. So in a short, this team should have some days, 3 days at least, to have time to prepare everything. So, for example, if we will vote for this contest like next week on Monday, we should put date that contest will start on Thursday or Friday, like this way.
Okay. No problem at all. I'm not pushing, just asking. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, then anybody else? Ideas, opinions?
Yeah, I got a brief idea about the recurring payments, and suggest to discuss it at whatever time preferable after the call, because it's gonna take at least 15 minutes, I think.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. I think it's interesting to me. Yeah, we can like agreed on some time.
So yeah, the idea is great, and it just needs refining, and the options are multiple. So
do you want to talk with Renat tete-a-tete, or could we all participate in this discussion?
I think it should be as open as possible, because if there are options, it's crucial to know whatever is preferred to the wide set of core audience.
So in 15 minutes we have a DeFi call, and after that, I believe
works for me.
It will be like 5 o'clock Moscow time. What do you think about 5 o'clock Moscow time?
Okay. Yep.
Renat?
Yeah, I also can.
Other guys, girls who want to take part in discussion, could we join 5 o'clock Moscow time? Silent. Okay, let's agree for 5 o'clock for now. We could move later. Okay, so let's agree for 5 o'clock for now and make announcement in the DevEx group. Okay, who else has any questions, opinions? I have a question to Ekaterina. Ekaterina, did you, we discussed last time about some highlighting feature for.
Yeah, I said Pavel that someone in community need to do this contest. I don't have time.
Okay. No, actually, I started.
It's good.
At least I have some points with the requirements. So I went through some articles and I have a list what usually people want from the editor, like highlights, syntax, some pop-ups with parameters, some some common stuff that developers expected to get from it.
Yeah, if you can do this contest, it will be very, very good. A lot of people need it.
Yeah, actually, it will be. I want it because right now it's ugly to write code, but everything's right. Any other? Guys, actually, also, could you tell me why we have so many difficulties about voting for transactions and for proposals?
In my opinion, the default period of 24 hours is just stupid. It makes no sense to use the same period for all kinds of setting, and for such things as proposals, it's definitely should be much more, and it just should be variable, and that's the main reason, I believe.
Okay, actually, right now we are implementing multi-sig with 72 hours, with 3 days. So right now we in the middle of the implementation. So we are in a stage of Satoshi test, and also we have 3 days, and we started. I created transaction on Tuesday, and morning Tuesday passed, Wednesday passed, and today is the Wednesday. Today is the Thursday, third day, and we have only 6 signatures of 8. We need 8 signatures. And after 3 days, we have 6 only. So I don't think that it's a reason.
Okay, I have a question. Is this a matter of utility or convenience, or is this a matter of security to have multi-sig implemented for this particular task? Because it doesn't really fit, right? So there must be a strong reason to use multi-sig for exactly this operation. The reason I'm asking because if it's a matter of convenience, we can implement a proxy contract which will store signatures of the members, and then after a certain period accumulate them, and then we'll pass to the multi-sig. Yeah, I think it will be possible. I lost Nikita. So like implement a buffer which will give you a flexible amount of time to vote for a particular proposal or transaction. You know what I mean? It's if for some reason we don't want to change the contract itself, which by the way is quite old and is not really suited for this operation, then we can implement a contract which will give us this flexibility without compromising the security.
What about SNV?
Yeah, it's definitely should be preferable to use more modern system, which would give us observability, interface options, yada. And I'm all for it, but for some reason the implementation is in the open since beginning of January this year, so about half a year, and people are very reluctant to use it. But I would definitely go with this option.
This proxy contract that you are talking about, is it exist or it should be developed?
It could be developed in very reasonable amount of time, much less than I spent on re-signing the transactions which have already expired. So it's time saver anyway.
It's interesting. Okay, so let's discuss this possibilities first.
But I would go with Katya's suggestion if it's an option, because for voting, it's reasonable to use voting system, right? Not the multi-signature wallet.
Yeah, for voting, yeah, but for voting, we are also connected with the user interface. So we can't put any contract that we want because we are.
Why not?
Because we are connected with the front end. So if we will use our custom contract, we should write front end as well.
Yep.
And yeah, we like last week or a week before, we discussed the idea to make a contest, to make a debot for participants to submit their work for contest.
Great idea.
And also we could write debot, could make a contest to write debot for jury members to vote, and also somewhere nearby we could change the voting system itself. But I don't know.
That makes perfect sense to me. And by the way, there are works for this already. There's voting debot in one of the implemented as a part of one of the contests in DGO. It's for this BFTG system, and as far as I know, it's mostly working. So it could be used in.
What exactly? Where is it? Where I can find it?
I'll find it out and drop a link in the chat. Give me a few minutes.
Okay, thank you. And also, maybe this issue that we have with voting and signing transaction because of announcement. Usually, if I personally like ping every initial member, usually we have enough signatures. But it's like I don't want to ping all people every time. Like for me, it's very annoying. I don't want to be very annoying person. Like I don't want everybody block me and do this whole stuff.
Thank you for what you are doing. I'm actually grateful. Thanks.
You're not annoying.
Yes.
Yes, thanks.
Pleasure. And we, especially for the announcement, we created separate channel, and I want all initial members do not mute this channel. So I will push only announcement for voting or for signing transaction for initial members. So I will not put any other like posts or some information, not urgent, not important. And I want all initial members to keep it unmuted to get announced. And I think it could help to make known about all new transaction or all new code. So please unmute the channel.
Can you give a link to this channel?
Okay, I will put it to the chat after you finish. When when you can see in the chat, it's called DevEx notification FreeTON channel. Right now, I am, and when you click on the header, DevEx notification FreeTON channel, so
Okay, sorry, I just checked out the voting the vote. I posted a link in the chat. Please, if you're interested in voting, please click on this link, because after Zoom session closes, it's gonna go away, because this debate is, I think, is exactly what creators of the contest for a standalone SMB were looking for. It's beautiful, it's functional, it looks convenient, and it also is. Well, the only problem is that its TVC file is over 16K, so you want to deploy it directly by external message. But on the other hand, it's more in size than the whole system submitted for the contest. It's 13K. So I believe if there's a voting system to be used, it should take into account this one. It's really nice.
okay, got it.
How is it possible to deploy it if it's more than 6?
I believe take out string constant and strings, and load them from another contract in the process. It's long strings. They take place in static, and they are account for I think at least 4K of the binary size. So it's a relatively painless refactoring, which could be achieved in a minimal amount of time.
Okay, great. I also put a link to the channel for announcement. So please check the chat. Go to the channel, unmute it. It will be only for notification. Okay. That's all. Anybody else have something to discuss? Questions? Opinions? 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, thank you everybody. It was the 35 DevEx weekly Zoom call. Thank you everybody for participating. Let's meet next week. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.